side if they could get through Juanpi.
I remember when AK was just that silly One Piece fan on Twitter who talked way too much about improvement.
Win?
Oh, I thought you were talking
Win? There was a past tense? It's still present.
Yeah.
Well, we love to see it, though. And a great mindset for the game, of course. Very positive. It's been going through a couple growing pains here and there, but that's a part of being at the highest level. But for Snake, normally you get away with a lot. Palutena is one of the best at shutting down overcomplicated game plans because she has one of the best simple approaches, but that is going to be a quick stock going to ApolloKage.
A good simple approach, though, might be a little bit of a detriment both against Snake and against ApolloKage, because if it's just constantly stuffed out by grenades, by up tilts, by Snake's excellent anti-air game as well, that could very quickly go south for Juanpi.
A majority of the time, Nair aplenty, and whatever you want, really, will get a lot of things done, but you have to be respecting frame one grenade. Like so, every single trade is in Snake's favor. He's perfectly content, because if you get another 20%, this is a win here for ApolloKage on the stock.
Some things never change, Ajax, and one of those things is fighting Snake with Elite is not fun.
Yep.
Oh, the C4 explosion and poor DI as well from Juanpi. Did not see that coming and died at 100.
I don't know if you looked at the camera there, but ApolloKage was like holding it in for a second and then laughed.
AK's been laughing at people all day.
Whenever ApolloKage is in like a good mood, you are in trouble, as AK never should be in a good mood during a game. You're going to get cooked.
AK also doing a great job at just continuously walling out Juanpi, not letting this Palu player's great advantage state come into play in the slightest. I think the longest combo we've seen from Juanpi is like 2 moves.
Yeah, 2 nairs, and that's pretty much it. But that's going to be a roll-in. Now, of course, that tech chase covers so much. You roll back, you get caught by C4, you stay in place. You had to roll out, but ApolloKage not chasing that option. Doesn't even matter, though. Big lead.
But that big lead very nearly went the way of the dodo as Juanpi was looking for that dare at ledge. AK very smartly jumping early before going to ledge so that he could avoid all of it.
Yeah, Juanpi can absolutely make a comeback with plays like that. If you can find a spike, maybe an early combo string with multiple nairs into up air on the next stock, all of a sudden you're back in the game. But it is, it's time to avoid Snake up tilt midi-game.
Grenade connects. AK is able to air dodge back to ledge. Parries the back air to get out of dodge, and yep, just dash attack, low profiling straight underneath the auto reticle, and an up tilt to the,
Imagine seeing that like in person, like
the world's greatest soldier combat rolling at you at 100 miles an hour.
First person view, just gone, stands up, hi, just kicks your chin.
Think about not just that, but like he's doing the splits to kick your chin. But not just that. Imagine like Snake from crouch into the up tilt where he's like laying completely flat and then in a split second is on his feet in the splits.
Yeah, this is a spectacle of like human perfection, if you will. There's no reason why he shouldn't be able to do the things that he does, and even the goddess couldn't hold that. So that's going to be 1 W going in favor of AK as we take a trip instead over to small battlefield.
So the counter pick for Juanpi is going to get us away from PS2 once again. It feels like even as people are starting to move away from being as PS2 pilled as they once were, it's still always going to be the game 1.
Yeah, it's the go-to pick, and me personally, I am team seasonal stage list changes because I would like to see something shifted. It would change the meta up a bit, but it's not a world we live in right now.
Bro,
so,
is Coney pilled?
No, I've been that pilled for a long time. I think it's a great idea, but Coney spit. So
I'm not disagreeing, but I also think that whichever Donkey Kong main or Mario main brainwashed the world into thinking that PS2 is neutral deserves to get to keep doing this.
You're not wrong. You're actually not wrong.
They pulled off the greatest psyop in the history of the world and then immediately got recruited into CIA
As long as we keep Yoshi's out of the picture, I'm pretty much happy. And for those of you who disagree with me, well, you're wrong. As we see the first stock go in favor of Juanpi.
Man, I play Byleth and I still don't miss Lilat. That was our best stage and I hated it.
Oh my god, Lilat is a crime. I know someone out there, it's probably ESAM in chat, it's like,
it's MVD. MVD's watching AK play.
It's definitely MVD out there from Japan right now saying Lilat is beautiful. And to that we say, no. But right now we have a pretty solid lead here for Juanpi, looking pretty good. However, that could disappear so fast. If that nair happened, that would have been an even game.
The fact that Snake has so many good moves that I forget how crazy his nair is sometimes is such a funny thing about him.
5%!
But it's slow and it lasts forever, and the auto-cancel window on it is really dumb.
It's so ridiculous, and then you also have to deal with the fear of potential follow-up forward air after it, so it's not a good time for anyone. But that is definitely not a good time. Up air
Yikes.
so strong, even at that low of a percent on the stage, still killing at 109 after the hit.
Yikes, yikes, yikes. AK, despite falling to an early deficit to Juanpi, able to quickly, like you said, find an early kill, and that's kind of just what he does best. I never count AK out more than almost any other player until the game is done because he just randomly decides to win like that.
Yeah. Ooh, oh my god.
Damage.
If that grenade wasn't there, I think AK was actually looking for a forward air. And I probably would have connected there too.
142 on AK, but he's still able to hold on. And the falling Nikita missile forces Juanpi to disengage earlier than he would have liked to, so that AK can get back down to the stage scot-free. Back throw, I thought would have done it at 150.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the down throw was the option there, but we still get the air dodge read at the end of the day. 85% is not insurmountable for Palutena whatsoever, but first you have to navigate hell as you go through all of these grenades.
29%, not a bad start to this comeback from Juanpi, but this is a bad start to the comeback. It's 2 grenades on shield getting popped up into the back air, and AK puts another tick on the board.
Look at him.
And he's so mean.
That is a menace. Don't let him fool you. AK having a blast. We mentioned it before, and it's worth mentioning again. If ApolloKage is having a great time during your match,
Nobody else is.
You are definitely not.
I remember, I forgot what tournament it was. AK asked me to play some friendlies, and I was like, you know what?
Why'd you do that to
Why
yourself?
not? And he was doing like the most ridiculous like footstool nade C4 stuff to me, and like literally turning to me and goes, did you see that? And I was like, yes, you hit me with it. Yes, I saw that.
Reminds me of a few players back at home who every time they spike you would look over and just be like, yeah. It's like, well, you know what? You're mean.
See what I did there? Yes, I did. It hurt.
Yeah, I know. I died. Yes, I saw it. Right now, Juanpi had a good lead last game, but that lead started to disappear. And it's looking very similar again last game 1. So what is it that Juanpi wasn't able to replicate to keep that lead, and what does he need to do to see if maybe we get a point on the board here?
The big thing that happened over the course of that game number 2 was that AK decided to start sitting in shield a lot more. Across game 1 and the start of game 2, he was very comfortable to pull grenade, catch it, and then start jumping around looking for aerials, looking for other boxing options. But then Juanpi started to beat those out, and so AK was like, all right, I'll sit in shield, wait for your nair to hit my shield. The nade blows up, and I win.
Exactly. That, like, Snake in shield is not the same as everyone else because he has the escape tool. He doesn't care about waiting. You decide to go hit, he's going to reset Nooch. And 162, Juanpi is probably losing the stock first. So
I know
which is going to happen almost right there.
Ooh. You were over on Mortal Kombat when this happened, but me and Austin had a set earlier that was Omega versus Fusix, where Omega lived to 275.
What in the
Joker
hell?
Sheik.
Like,
and he got a kill while living at 275. He got a drag down up smash, and we were freaking out as AK forces Juanpi to have to reconsider once again as he loses another stock to the C4.
I'm not too surprised after the way. Like, you can see once the energy is shifted, if you will, when you're fighting up against Snake, because once they see you get around 90 or so, they don't really care what damage they're at. They all of a sudden go on the offense, and it scares the crap out of you. But not too far off, Juanpi was able to even it right back up. But similar to that last game, starts off hot and then can't keep the lead.
I forgot about Nikita just beating the entirety of Auto Reticle. That's so unfortunate for Palu in this matchup, and AK finding a down tilt for even more damage, continuing to just have complete dominance over the grounded space of small battlefield.
Actually, unfortunately for Juanpi, he picked up the grenade mid-string, because that could have been 2 nairs and an up air at minimum. Having to drop that a little early, so ApolloKage only taking 1 nair since a little bit of damage from Auto Reticle, but the damage continues to climb here for AK.
Juanpi grabs their grenade once again, and it once again does what he doesn't want it to in interrupting his string. Gets caught jumping out of shield with an up tilt, and well, bye.
Juanpi actually smiled on that one too. It's like, all right, that was nice. You called it out. I wasn't going for I didn't expect you to go for that there. And now we might be seeing yet another 3-0 victory coming in. It looks like ApolloKage is just playing so comfortable right now.
And AK loves that guessing game too. He loves guessing right first and foremost. He just likes playing the game in general, where it's like, you're going to hit my shield and I'm going to guess what you're going to do right after so that I can get the biggest possible punish. And he guesses right a shocking amount of the time.
And AK, that's what's made him so consistent, why he's been able to get so many big W's against the top 10 repeatedly. Top 20 player without question. could be even higher with that, the way the seasons continue to go. And maybe might be adding to that record as just one game away here from trying to take this 3-0 and get closer to that top 8.
Yeah, he's certainly like the... Oh, wow! That's how it's going to end. ApolloKage falling up air near that top blast zone. And then, once again, laughing all the live-long day as he goes to the bank with another winner's side top 8 finish.
You get to the point, like, when you're at a certain level, you got to respect when people outplay you. It's like, all right, you know, that was clean. I was kind of lost in it. You cooked me.